Is the real estate market gonna crash? The truth is, nobody knows. I don't know, you don't know, and nobody out there really knows. Remember, the more someone proclaims to know, the more emphatic they are telling you what the real estate market is going to do, they're probably wrong. So the important thing is to look at the deal that's in front of you. Real estate is not a market timing game, it's a deal game. So what you want to do is look at the deal that's in front of you and make sure the deal works. So what do I mean by that? Basically, you establish financial metrics that you're looking for in any type of deal, whether it's a rehab, a long-term hold, or any other type of deal. And then just make sure that deal meets that criteria. So if you want a good cash on cash return, you want a certain amount of cash flow, you want a return on cost, or whatever the metric or metrics are that you want to accomplish, just make sure that the deal meets those metrics. If the deal meets it, it's a go, move forward with the deal. If the deal doesn't meet those metrics, then stop and don't do the deal and just move on. You have to be very strict about your deal criteria and not try to justify taking on deals that don't make sense. I see a lot of people say, well, it's kind of close, or well, it has these other advantages, or well, this, well, that. No, if it doesn't meet your financial criteria, you don't take on the deal. Now, things like state of the market, location, all of these other things are secondary factors when you consider a deal. First, make sure the deal works. If you're seeing extreme signs of market exuberance, then yeah, maybe you want to hold off. But what I've found more often than not is people hold off and the market keeps going up, and then they miss out and they wait for 2 or 3 years, and then they've just put themselves in a worse situation. So I really strongly recommend don't worry about the market. Don't try to time it. Just see what's in front of you and move forward. Now, leading up to the 2008 crash, we did see some signs of extreme market exuberance where people were buying properties, putting a $5,000 deposit down to a new builder, and basically in 6 months when the home was ready, they were selling it for a $50,000 profit. So when you see people making money and not doing any work, that can be a sign of market exuberance. What we're seeing today are market conditions that are coming out of a pandemic, something that we typically hopefully only see about once every 100 years or so. So we've got a very clear factor going on that doesn't point to a market crash, but again, nobody knows. What we're seeing in the DC market today, as of the taping of this video, is prices are softening a little bit, but that's normal. We had this crazy run up, then they soften a little bit, they take a little bit of pause, and then at some point they're going to go back up again. So again, everything we're seeing here is not a market crash, but again, the bottom line is nobody knows. So you want to take on deals if you're going to do a rehab, for example, that has plenty of profit margin. Even if the market softens a little bit, or even if it goes down quite a bit, you still can get out of the deal, make some money, and move on to your next deal. Now, another example I can share with you are some short-term rental properties that we're buying currently. The properties we're buying are probably 30 to 40% higher than they were just 1 year ago. Now, you would say, oh my God, that's like a significant price increase. But what I'm worried about is the cash on cash return and the cash flow we're going to get. I really don't care what the market says that property's worth. I just care about my numbers and what I can do, because I plan on holding these properties for 10, 20 years, maybe even longer. And guess what? Even if I am buying a little bit high right now and the market softens, that's fine with me. I'm still going to cash flow right through that period, and eventually the prices are going to go up. So again, these deals, even though I might be paying more, meet my financial criteria and my goals at this current time. So you can see how the deal is so much more important. Worry about the deal, worry about your financial goals, and as long as a property or project meets those goals, then move forward. Don't worry so much about market timing, because it's an extrinsic factor that you can't control. When we look back about a year ago when COVID just started, everybody said the market's going to go to hell, it's going to crash, and it made a lot of sense. People were retracting, they were very conservative, they were pulling back. No one knew what to expect. There was a lot of uncertainty. And when there's an environment of uncertainty, people tend to pull back and don't do anything. They wait and see. So most people felt the market was definitely going to go down, maybe even crash in 2020. And people stopped investing. But that was the exact wrong decision. The exact opposite happened. The market went up. Here in DC, we were up 10%. We couldn't even keep product on the market because basically the supply dwindled down and there was still a very strong demand. So again, Don't try to time the market, because if you try to do that last year in 2020, you would have been absolutely wrong and you would have missed out on a great opportunity to make even more money. Every property we're selling now, even into mid 2021, is significantly higher than when we pro forma'd it about a year or a year and a half ago when we bought the project. So again, move forward with deals if they make sense for you in terms of the financial numbers and the goals you have for you financially. That's the most important thing. Look at the deal. That's going to be 80 to 90% of your decision factor. Everything else is maybe 10 to 20%, and you can consider those things, but again, the deal is the most important thing. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the important videos that we post on a regular basis here on this channel.